Greetings cryptonauts! With Bitcoin has dawned a new age of financial independence, and I mean that on many levels. Bitcoin has always had the potential to upend the old money, status quo, and good riddance. Disruption. That's the word the banksters fear. Fear of disruption is what drives them to constantly attack Bitcoin and other cryptos in the media. There's a way to fight the fear, uncertainty, and doubt. It's called critical thinking. Crypto investors need to always consider the source of the FUD swirling in the news, and realize that it's usually simply a case of the boy who cried wolf. Konnichiwa. I'm Sakura Nakamoto, and you're watching Nakamoto Rised. Cryptocurrency news and information. Perhaps you've heard Aesop's fable, about a shepherd boy who was inclined to draw attention to himself, by instilling panic and fear in the local townsfolk by falsely crying, "Wolf." After a while, the villagers stopped responding to the false alarms and all the sheep were devoured. It's not a perfect analogy, because the boy in the story only wanted attention, and got a thrill from upsetting the villagers, but the point is, repeatedly lying for some ulterior motive will eventually stop having the desired effect. Essentially, banksters are crying wolf. They speculate, and outright lie about coming government regulations. In almost every instance on record to date, there has been no actual regulation, or even a proposal made. Besides, regulation wouldn't necessarily mean a total ban. Even if it did, the open-sourced, and decentralized nature of Bitcoin, and most cryptos, would be incredibly difficult to stop without shutting down the internet. For instance, in South Korea, the people rose up against proposed bans, and simultaneously began moving their crypto assets out of the country, just in case. Every instance of regulatory threats in free countries will only spawn new ways of getting around the regulations. Folks, crypto is the internet of money. When people threaten to regulate it, please realize that the internet itself has weathered the same threats and clearly has not been stopped. When these jokers say they're going to shut down Bitcoin, it's as ludicrous as saying they're going to shut down the internet. At this point, the free world won't allow that. Crypto, like the internet, is becoming thoroughly entrenched as a human right. Folks, the next time you hear a bankster, like the CEO of JP Morgan Chase, Jamie Dimon, spouting off about Bitcoin, whether it's negative or unlikely positive, I want you to remember to use critical thinking skills, and consider the source. Consider why he wants Bitcoin stopped, and consider the man's integrity. After all, in October of 2013, while Mr. Dimon was at the helm of America's largest bank, the institution was forced to settle a $13 billion settlement related to the subprime mortgage crisis. The weasel is the second from the left, behind me by the way. Yes, the bank's chairman and chief executive, had been involved personally in the discussions with the U.S. Department of Justice, and JP Morgan admitted it had incurred legal expenses of $9.2 billion from regulatory investigations and lawsuits. In total, the bank had put aside over $23 billion for potential litigation in 2013. So, yet, the next time you hear FUD from a bankster, Google his name plus the keywords, fines and criminal activity. Thank you for spending time with me. Please poke the like button and be sure you've subscribed. Ring the bell to be notified when I post new videos. You can also follow me at Nakamoto Rised on Facebook and Twitter. Until I see you again, I'll keep you in mind, in my electric dreams.